This is the summary table. Again, I will leave you to go over that in your own time in terms of all of the macros when it comes to muscle gain. This is different to the fat loss one. The one thing I will point out is that I've said a 5 to 15% surplus in calories at the top. That is assuming progressive increases in training volume. Now, obviously that's different to the, I think it was the 2 to 11% that's in the table on the other slide. That was assuming no increases in activity level or training volume. This is a slightly more realistic way of going about things. So again, as an example, got a 70 kilo male client. We've taken the same approach as with the fat loss example to find calorie intake. Maintenance calories we found to be about 2,500 calories per day. We want a 10% calorie surplus to get our target weight gain. So that's 2,750 calories per day. We're going to set protein at 1.9 grams per kilogram of body weight because I wanted to make the maths a little harder for myself in this one, apparently. That's going to be 135 grams of protein per day. 20% of calories from fat is going to be around about 65 grams of fat once we do the little bit of maths on that. And then taking the calories from protein and the calories from fat, adding them together, subtracting that from the total calorie intake that is our target, and then dividing that final figure by 4 is going to give us around about 410 grams per day of carbohydrates. Fiber intake, we're looking at 10 grams per 1,000 calories with 20 grams as a minimum. This is going to be around about 27 grams per day according to that, that heuristic. But really, in terms of giving this to a client, we're looking at anywhere from 20 to 30 grams per day, up to a practical maximum of 20% of our carbohydrate intake in grams, which is going to be around about the 80 grams of fiber mark. And that really is a practical maximum. If this person is eating 410 grams of carbs per day with 80 grams of fiber, then good effort. That's a decent amount of fiber. When it comes to food variety for muscle gain, again, use a food diary to assess your client's habitual food intake and food variety. We need to encourage some level of flexibility, but bear in mind the bulking mentality of just going and eating all of the foods because you're bulking and you need all of the calories to bulk. No, we need a certain number of calories. We want to increase the palatability of our foods to some extent, but we don't want to go crazy with it. So we need to maybe put some limit on exactly how many different types of foods that we're eating. Again, we want to vary protein sources, potentially if your client is willing to do that. Variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, balance of fat sources, but maybe prioritize monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids just for the health benefits and potential muscle gain benefits as well. And then again, balance of carbohydrate sources, just the standard stuff that we covered in fat loss as well.